Hey, this is Webman Programming here for another programming video. We're just gonna continue my little tutorial series off where we left off in the last video. In the last video, we talked about print streams. So now we're gonna talk about strings and ints, and yeah, just strings and ints. Okay. All right. What a string is, it can be used like a string. It can be used either for a line of code or just a straight text line. Basically, you can I'm gonna provide like an example of how strings are used. Like strings are basically you can use it in a print string to declare what you're going to print to the console. So we're going to create a public static, damn it, string. We're going to call it text. Now, this right here won't do anything until we give it whatever the value is going to be. So we're just going to put in equals blank string. Alright, you see that that's a blank string right there. Unless something's put into there, nothing's going to be printed to the console when it's called. So we're just going to put in hello world, basically like the last tutorial. Alright, and now we're going to go and just do system.out.println, and you don't put it if you type it in like this, like text, it's gonna print the word text and not gonna take the string. Because if I run it right now, it just pops in text. But if I take off those right here, it's going to take in that text string. There you go. Now the same thing for ints. But ints are only used for numbers. So public static int number equals 1. Oh, we're gonna need to take that off. You put in the number value as if it was a string, but it's an int. So if you put in something other like that, like 1f, then it's gonna pop up like this. Either 1f is not f is known as a float, but I'm not worried about that right now. So 1. If I type in like kgu, which basically would, it's not gonna recognize it as a integer. So that C is 5. Run it and it prints 5. That's pretty simple to do. Alright, that basically covers this tutorial. In the next tutorial, we're going to be working with separate voids and how to call them in the main method, which is very simple as well. I'll see you in the next tutorial.